Hello, everybody. Hello out there. Hello, Carrie B, Claire, Janet. Hello, ladies, Darklins, the beautiful ladies, ladies. Daz is here, dazzling Daz. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to the live stream today. It's going to be okay. I'm not feeling that good. I'm feeling. The whole past week. I know that week has passed. I'm not sleeping very well. I'm gonna start sleeping. Are you sleeping okay? How are you doing? How are you doing, Claire and Janet? No football today. Yeah. We don't have to talk about football today. We don't have to talk about football today. We do not have to talk about football today. A lot of people in this country don't like football. Let's talk. We'll talk about. I don't know if we'll talk about happy things. I've been watching a video on whatever his name is, Tucker Carlson, interviewing this guy. You can see and hear me. Okay, good. I should have checked that out. Maltese Phil, you got a smart speaker. Play sleep sounds. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's a good sleep sound? My ex-wife saying, "Don't touch me, please don't touch me, please don't." I don't know whether she did not say that, but whatever. That could be a joke. There could be a joke like that. If I was a real comedian, I'd come up with some joke about what can make you fall asleep. A teacher's voice and me sitting in the background of the class, being a bad student. Doing good, Lewis. Put the Christmas tree up while listening to cheery Christmas songs. Is there such a thing as a cheery Christmas song? We could talk about that. Remember, keep in mind, I am not a Christian. I am waking up exactly 3 hours from when I go to bed for no apparent reason. Me too. But even less than that, 1, 2, 3 hours. I must wake up about 5 times a night. I thought I had sleep apnea, but I don't have sleep apnea. Wide awake for 10 minutes, annoying the S out of me, says Kermit. It's quite possible. Well, you know what it is, because you've got a com guilty conscience. Yes, Caribbean. Tucker Carlson was interviewing. I forget the guy's name. Let me see if I can find the guy's name. It was interview. He's This guy annoys me because he's one of these guys who knows everything about food. But and it's new to most people. But to Lewis Schaffer, it's not new. Tucker Carlson food health. Let's see what it says. Let's see. Let's see what it says. His name is Casey or Kaylee. I don't know what his name is. Casey means or Kaylee means. Casey means. Where is it? Casey means. Casey means. It's just him. It's not him and his wife, the doctor. I don't see it here. I'll have to look at it another way. How can I look at it another way? I'm sorry. I'll let you see what I'm looking at. I'll let you see what I'm looking at. Well, we can discuss that. His name is I think his name is Casey Means. Casey Means is the food guy, and he's basically saying what I have said for absolute. For now, I've been on my food obsession since 2019, since January 1st, 2019. I was in Amsterdam, and I said to myself, I've got diabetes, and it's as we all do. We all have diabetes. We have too much sugar in our, not John Rich, no, too much sugar in our bloodstream. And this guy. What I don't like about this guy, Casey Means, I mean, he's incredibly articulate, and we could talk about the Campbell soup drama. That's like what happened in this country, Campbell Carrie B. That's what happened with the guy from the jewelry store saying he's selling junk. Is it going to put Campbell's soup out of business? Possibly it could, if you know what's going on. Anyway, the point is that here's a guy. He's a Ratner's, right? Ratner's. He's a really he. It isn't Lucy Van Pelt. Tucker Carlson isn't a famous performer of both truth and reason, but he has people speaking the truth on, and that is a platform of truth and reason. I mean, maybe no one is completely truth and reason, Lucy, but and is Tucker Carlson? He's like anti-Israel. He's anti-Jews. Who knows what the story is? Everybody is. But the point is, here is the point that I would like to make about this guy Casey. So he kind of discovers this last year, or the year before, whatever, just like 2 years ago, that the food industry is lying to us. That basically everything that Lewis Schaffer has been saying for 6 years is true. But I only came aboard 6 years ago. There were people who've been saying this for years, I know she was taking the piss. Of course, Joodles. I know Lucy was taking the piss. But a lot of people don't want to listen to Tucker Carlson because they think he's not 100% true. Joodles. Anyway, so the point is that this guy is saying what I've been saying for years. And it's like, and he can say what he can say because he's a total white guy. Him and his sister, just totally white, well-educated, the kind of people that people listening to. He's not insane like I am insane. He's not insane. And because he's not insane, people listen to him. But the people listen to me, they might. But I hope at some point in the future you're going to say, you know what? You know who said that? Maybe 5-10 years from now, you say, you know who I heard say that the first time and I thought the guy was insane? Lewis Schaffer. Lewis Schaffer. Anyway, so hello. An article in the local online news is promoting orange juice as an anti-inflammatory food. What a joke. What about the sugar? Yeah, what about the sugar? That's what it is. It's sugar. It's ground up sugar in orange juice. To be anti-Israel is not the same as being anti-Jew. No, Hunter, I know you come from Greece. I know you live in this country. It is. It's it is because there are a million countries that are so much worse than Israel. So much worse. Israel has 20% of the population are Muslims, and they have the same rights. They're allowed to vote, and they're allowed to go to the hospitals and everything in Israel, the Palestinians living there. So it is. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say. I'm not saying you're an anti-Semite, but man, you could be an anti-Semite. Everybody hates the Jews. People hate the Jews. Why are people obsessed with the people who are dying in Israel when when way worse is happening in Yemen or in Nigeria or in the Sudan or in Yemen, all these different places, or in Eritrea? I don't know where it's at. Callie is her brother. Carrie means, or is it Casey means? Callie is the brother. I don't hate the Jews. We don't have to talk about the Jews now. We're talking about food and us being healthy and being beautiful and being and living a long life and not taking their pills. I do not take their pills. I take two of their pills. I take vitamin D3 and I take magnesium. I'm not taking the blood pressure pills. I'm not taking any of their pills. Okay. I struggle to see how hating a government does not equate to hating a race or religion. Everyone has a muddy record, especially the bum to sky people, everyone has a muddy record, especially the bum. What is the bum to sky people? What does that mean? Yeah, the point is, yes. We're not going to get into that. Yesterday you were diversionary too, Gnome, which is okay. Lynn Pinches is on GB News. Who is Lynn Pinches? We could talk about that too. All right, you want to talk about Israel? We don't need to talk about Israel. It's so boring. It isn't boring. It's very exciting to me, but it's not boring. And Lynn, who is Lynn Pitches? We can talk about that. Casey means is female. Callie is her brother. Okay. All right. Well, it's Callie is the brother. Well, those are good names, basically. I think those are good names. I try to name my kids good names. Let's see. Watch Tommy Robinson in Israel. Leo is with him. Very interesting. Yeah, I could see it being really interesting. I could see it being interesting. I've been to Israel. It's not the greatest country in the world, but it's my country. It's not even my country, but it's my people's country. And when you say from the river to the sea, they are talking genocide. They're talking kicking the Jews out because they don't think the Jews belong in Israel. That the idea of the Jews living in Israel is something that came after World War II. What up? I mean, I think there. I mean, I was seeing that there was a book that had mentions of Jews being in Israel. Of Jews being in Israel. Oh, it was the Bible. It was the Bible. That's a bit old. The Bible. I'm being less sugar addicted and staying skinny. Yeah, skinny good. Skinny good. Bath is here. Hello, Bath. Thank you for coming back. Do you take electrolytes? No, I don't because I eat a meat diet. So you don't need to. I don't think you need to take. I don't feel tingly, and I'm feeling healthy basically. So I don't. I think about electrolytes. Which electrolytes should I take, Bath? Anyway, I had a medical review over the phone today. Alan Williams says all she was really concerned about was my BMI, which I couldn't tell her as I have no scales. Your tax money at work. Well, why don't you have a scale? A scale is important. Why don't you, I'll tell you what I'm going to bring in here. Just give me a second, everybody. There you go. If I had, I'm back. Lewis Schaffer back. Did you go to Twitter? Lewis Schaffer at Twitter. Everybody go to Bath. Go to Lewis Schaffer at Twitter, and you'll know I'm here. Anyway, you don't need a scale, but you should. I use a scale today. I woke up today. I was 78.1. 78, maybe 78.2. Who knows what it is? This is what you can use. You can take. Can you see a ruler? Can you see that? Can you see the? Can you see? I don't know. It's not. It's a bit blurry. But here's a tape measure, and you go like this. You measure yourself. Obviously, I'm going to be a bit bigger because I'm wearing clothes. But can you see that? And then you measure yourself. Here I am, 30. That can't be right. That's not right. No, that's not right. Okay, so let's go over here. That's not right. Let's go here. Let's go here. I'm measuring myself. 33 inches. That's my waist. And if my waist is 33, and that's at the thickest part of the waist. I'm 33, and what is my height? My height uh is 5 feet 10 inches tall, which is 70 inches, 70 inches tall. And then you see that 33 is less than half. Is less than half. That's how you tell whether you're healthy or not. BMI is important, but waist to height is the simplest like this. Is the simplest like this. Israel can do its own thing, and yeah, crack on, but it's not great when they start getting involved in UK and US politics. Well, they get involved because they want people to care about Israel. So let them get involved, but let them know. Everybody knows that other countries want every single country wants us to like them. So why can't Israel do that? I mean, the Palestinians are doing with all those stupid demonstrations that they're having. Okay, those lovely, lovely, lovely people. Anyway, hello. So that's what Donna Ailesbury. Good to see you, Donna. Hello, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Donna. I've put them away as getting out of control. Okay, let's get back on track. Philips, let General Electric, Osram, good electric lights. What are we? I lost what we're talking about. Girl from Mars is here because I walked out of the room for just a second to deal with the thing. So I'm saying to you, Alan Williams, lose weight. You're fat. You are fat. Are you fat, Alan Williams? Lose fat. You had a medical review over the phone today. You don't need a medical review. You need Lewis Schaffer to tell you you're fat. Lose weight. Low carbs. Don't eat toxic seeds. Lose weight and you'll feel better. And exercise too. I don't really exercise. Does eating 10 Oreos make me an animal? Asks Joe. 10, the little one. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You can't. I eat them and I'm an animal. I call myself a liar. I'm not a liar. I know you shouldn't eat Oreo cookies, Joe. You shouldn't eat Oreo cookies. Vatanai says, I tried a pistachio croissant in Cafe Nero. It was delish. Oh my God. Pistachio croissant. That sounds so good. I like almond croissants. I love croissants, especially dipped in the cream on my hot chocolate. A very one-off, Vatanai. Yes, it should be a one-off because over time it's deadly. I had croissants last week on the film shoot, but yes, croissants are delicious, and the French people manage it, but we can't manage it. If you're super thin, you can have one occasionally, or one every day. But if you're not thin, you can't do it. Am I right? So let's see. I've been to Israel. Yes, I've been to Israel. I don't hate anyone. I do have a problem with liars and cheats, though. I get upset more than angry. Who's a liar and a cheat? I mean, we've been lied to constantly. We're being lied to full time, and that's what this guy was saying. This Callie, the brother, Callie Means. He was saying we're being totally. It was like Lewis Schaffer in a nice suit with a nice haircut, speaking articulately, having somebody listen to him. I mean, obviously, people aren't going to listen to me because I come across as insane, but I'm telling you the truth, and I'm telling you the truth about Israel too. But it's good to see you, girl from Mars. I lived in Israel in the late 70s. Yes, okay, long time ago. What happened there? I may have overdone it, eating more actually. More than 10. Yeah, my father used to do that. We used to you go to the supermarket and buy boxes of Oreo cookies, and then they were all gone. He had this other thing called Nabisco wafers. I don't even know what that. I haven't even seen that, but it's sort of like those wafers. I used to buy those wafers, but I can't buy them anymore because it's Moorish. I'm learning to control myself. That's what I say to do. Don't take the pills. Control yourself. I'm reading the book to learn how to control myself. Okay. Donna says Israel can do its own thing, and you crack. Okay, I read that. That's true. Let me get. I got to go back on track. Okay, back despite total lack of popular demand. Today's connection puzzle is, personality crisis, 24, 6 to 4, more than a feeling, Dr. Beat. Those are songs. This one is easy. 70s songs. They're all songs. 70s songs. There's okay, Kermit. That's the wrong way. Custard donuts are bad too. What are you saying, Kermit? Talking about my girlfriend in Israel. What are you talking? Who's your girlfriend in Israel? If your doctor has prescribed your medication for high blood pressure, you should really be taking it every day, by the way. Well, that's what you believe, John Miller, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that I should. I don't want to, and I'm not going to. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm a bad patient. I'm an absolutely horrible patient. What do those doctors do? They've been trained by the drug companies. One pill, one illness, whatever that's called. And this is what this guy, if you can see this thing, Casey Means on Tucker Carlson, what he's discussing. I mean, I don't like the guy, but this is what he's saying. My jeans are all 26 inches. That's amazing. That is really amazing. No, John the doctor, should I ask what you eat first? Yeah, what do you eat first? That's the most important thing before you take those pills. My BMI is obese. Well, mine was, I'm going to tell you something interesting. Up until for a long, long time, I was in the overweight category, even though no one said to me, "Oh, Lewis, you're overweight." I was a bit overweight. And now I'm not overweight. I don't know what I am. I'm not overweight, I think. Um, how many English people are invoked or involved in Israeli politics? Lots of them are. And maybe Israel should be more involved in the politics here to save this country. Maybe we need some foreign intervention. We're not involved. Israel isn't involved. Israel wants to live. They want to live. And if you don't want to support Israel, Israel has a right to say you are anti-Jewish. Because Israel's a Jewish country. It's a country. If somebody says, if it's like England is involved in French politics. Every country's involved in other people's. I don't even know what you mean by that, by this politics. I lived in South Africa for 3 years, says Girl from Mars. I did learn about the unfairness of racism. I was the only immigrant who didn't have a maid. I still get upset about how Africans are treated by immigrants. I mean, the world is unfair. The world is unfair, Girl from Mars. I've been to South Africa too, and it's, you know, I mean, the country was basically built by white people. There wasn't that many people living down there in that area, you know. They were living further up in the country, but the tip of the country was basically empty. I mean, I know we'd like to believe that there's been people living there for thousands and thousands of years, but it wasn't the case with that country. And South Africa was a super successful country built by white people, white Europeans. White Europeans. How many of us are going to put weight on over Christmas, I wonder? Well, that's what we need to focus on. When you, like what I do over Christmas time, when you look at that plate, you've got to not eat everything on the plate. You have to not think, okay, it's Christmas, I'm just going to stuff my face. You can't think that, Darklands. You've got to not stuff, you got to not stuff your face. You got to not stuff your face. Janet says 26, Claire. That's size 8. It's half of me. Okay, Janet, you're fat. You got to lose weight. You've got to become thin, and you got to follow the Lewis Schaffer principles of being thin, which is nutrition, exercise. I mean, I try to practice good sleep, but it's really hard to. You're beautiful. I'll do you, Janet, but you have to be thin. Let's be thin. Everybody, let's be thin. It's like the Rolling Stones song, Let's Work. Someone said electrolytes, and I was making a joke about electric lights, Vatanai. Okay, I missed that. Sorry, but that's a good, funny joke concept. So a round of applause for you, Vatanai, for saying this. Joe Bugner did fat jabs. I don't know who Mr. Cuff is here. What about those fat jabs? Are they a good idea? No, they're a really bad idea. They're going to bankrupt the country. 20,000 pounds a year, or 15,000 pounds a year, or 5,000 pounds a year for everyone. They're saying you can eat as much as you want to. Just take a fat jab. No, don't do it. No, my hair looks good, thank you, Claire. Maltese Phil. I'm now full of pork. What does that mean? I told the NHS consultant my height and waistband, but she was only interested in the BMI. I wear 32 waist, Lewis, but I need a belt to keep them up. So you're thin. Are you thin? Why don't you have a scale? You come to my house. I have an extra scale here. Don't come to my house. I'm not interested in seeing anyone. We have to be thin. Let's get thin. That's like the Let's Work. That's the Rolling Stones songs. I love the occasional sour bread toast with loads of butter, as I do. I had that this week. I did occasionally, that's true. I had a sandwich last night, but instead of having a sandwich, I just had one slice of bread with a lot of cheese and a lot of salami. Yes, I'm with you, John Van Dam. And only straight after the gym. I have loads of it in the freezer. Well, if you can say no to it, having it in the freezer, if you can say no to it, John Van Dam, that's the way to go. Why are you people arguing with me? Why are you people arguing with me? Schaffer's wafers. You could sell them in your merch shop, says Jedster. Yes, or I could call you thin people, Schaffer's wafers. How about that? That's what we could be here. We're Schaffer's wafers. We're people who are working to be thin, to be healthy, so we can reject the pharma, globalist, world-dominating people. So we can be independent and be healthy. And be healthy. It doesn't mean you can't eat any of that. Look at look what John Van Dam had with sourdough bread. It's a bite of it occasionally is okay. But we have to be in control. I think you must be dinky like me, girl from Mars, talking to Claire. Claire's dinky. I am over a stone underweight. I would love to put on weight. Any suggestions? Well, we had a prayer for you. We've had a couple of prayers. I think the suggestion is you've got to eat. You've got to eat. Are you eating the right foods? What are you eating? You should send me a list of the food that you're eating. Girl from Mars. Tell me a list. A lot of times food is not, I mean, I know that I say food is addictive, but it can also be a mental thing. People who eat, like I eat too much. Why am I eating too much? Because I'm thinking, I'm a bit bored. I don't know what to do. What should I eat? I'm a bored eater. Other people think I can't eat. I don't want to eat. You and Claire should get together because you're both big. You're both non-eaters. You and Claire, girl from Mars. I've been controlling myself for too long. Being good gets you nowhere. Enjoy and regret it when you're dead. Life is too short to be in control. Do you really believe that, Steve? Mr. Cuff, do you really believe that? Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm not 10 feet away from my bed. I used to sleep in this room. That I couldn't get out of bed. Yeah, you're going to die from being diabetic. But it's not a pleasant death. It's not pleasant when your feet are killing you. You can't move your arms. You got sleep apnea. You got psoriasis. You've got gout and plantar fasciitis. When your hands are swollen. When your face is bloated. That's just some of the things. Some of the things. So the answer to you, Mr. Cuff, is no. It's like a pork chop. You maybe eat a pork chop. How about that? That's right. They're all songs. Excellent, Lewis. But is that the right answer? Songs? I mean, I'm surprised I've come up with a couple of the answers. If you give me, I'm not that good at that. I used to be good at that. I was thinking about it. Nice one. Us girls couldn't say that without some comeback. Say what, Joe? Say what, Joe? Rod is here. Welcome back, Rod. Welcome back, Rod. Anyway, press the like button. Yes, press the like button. Please take a moment now. We've been here for half an hour. Let's press the like button. Girl from Mars. Girl from Mars. To be honest, I'm strictly maintaining myself to stay skinny, says Claire. I don't have any tips for putting on weight apart from eating meat. Like Lewis. Well, eating meat can help you lose weight too. It's the right food. Nobody overeats meat. You don't sit there and say, oh my God, I'm so hungry, I'll have a piece of meat. But if your son makes you a bit of macaroni and cheese, or what do you call macaroni? Cheese and macaroni, what do you call it in this country? And you have one bite, and you think, I'm just going to have one bite. And then you say, oh, I got to have a second bite. And then a third. And it's really hard for you to stop. It's really hard. I mean, I stopped. It's getting harder and it's getting easier and easier to stop. but it takes real training. Okay. I missed that, Mr. Cuff, and because it's on the subject, I'm not gonna read it. I was told if you don't have a maid or a pool or a cleaner or a chef, the locals get angry as you're not spending money and employing local people. Yes, yeah, could be that. And what are you talking about? South Africa or any poor country? If you come in with lots of countries, yeah, they want the money, they want the work. Why should we feel bad? And why is Britain and America, why were we so rich, and why are they so poor? Why are those I'm not saying they're horrible, but why are those people so poor? Okay, that's what Daz says. That's a good point, Daz. John Van Dam, he's speaking to Van tonight, in the next 2 weeks going to have a go at making homemade. We'll post in Discord. Haha. What posting, what are you going to post? What's homemade? What, John Van Dam? What are you going to post to Vat and I? We have a cafe that does toasted sourdough. I like the pastrami cheese and pickle one. Yes. Toasted cheese sandwiches are like, they make your brain explode. They're so good. Sandwiches are the perfect idea, invented by English people. Lord Sandwich. They're perfect because they've got sugar on the outside. It's like, why is KFC fried chicken so good? Because it's got sugar on the outside. It's got sugar on the outside. It makes you want to eat more. So that's really brilliant. That's actually brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Enjoying Christmas food won't ruin your overall year's diet plan, so just enjoy it, says MC Scott. I have to disagree with you. You should enjoy it, but what happens with most people is, maybe let's say they gain a kilo over Christmas, and that's so easy to do, and they never lose it. So next year they gain another kilo. Now they're 2 kilos ahead. In 10 years, they're they're 10 kilos ahead. In 30 years, they're 30 kilos ahead, which is 65 pounds, and you have diabetes. So, and then you got to lose the weight. It's just so hard. So, and I have gained weight over Christmas time. I've gained weight. You just have to have less of everything. Less sweets, less breads, less potatoes. Yes, less. I would say less. Janet is laughing. I don't know what she's laughing about. She's got a heart. I'm going to say that heart. Dubes looks like a Catholic bishop this evening, apart from being a woman, of course, says Alan Williams. I haven't seen that. I told you to suck on a light bulb, says Kermit. How is that? I don't know. Have you got all your messages on? No, I do not. There you go. Thank you. I've missed messages. What messages have I missed? I apologize for missing messages. Everybody, if I miss a message, the maids left their children at farms, sometimes over 6 months apart. They are paid very badly, says Girl from Mars. Yes, they are. That's horrible. It is really horrible. It's like how all those people who are working in, all those Filipino women, the nurses who are working in this country. We should not import people to do those kind of work. We shouldn't. Sorry for this. I mean, I'm sorry because I missed so many of the white bread when toasted with butter is very Moorish. Yes, it is. Bread is Moorish. Toasted is also Moorish, and butter is not Moorish, but it's good for you. I mean, that's how you make a grilled cheese sandwich. We can all agree with that Christmas pudding with orange in the middle is grounds for deportation. I don't even know if I like that. I've eaten all that stuff over Christmas. But instead of having 2 or 3 pieces, you have one little piece, one bite, one bite. As an economist, I like, as an economist, I like says, this is Daz. Would you rather be paid £1 a day or £0 a day? That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a really good point. I mean, what are we talking about here? We're talking about Christmas holiday. don't eat over the Christmas holiday. I'm saying my apologies because people have written stuff that I have not read because the live chat was not on. So I apologize. If you think if I haven't written, if I haven't gotten back to you because you're not on the top chat, right? Which is the people who post all the time, I guess. It's not anything that I've said. Okay, it's not anything that I've said. But okay, remember to like and subscribe, says Marianne. Write it again on the bottom saying, did you miss this? You know who I am. I'm one of those weird people, not weird people. I want you to like me, but at the same time, I don't really care. I want you to like me, but at the same time, I don't really care. I want you to like me, but at the same time. But I will read it. If you say, Lewis, you forgot my thing. The most addictive mix is actually 50% sugar and 50% fat, says Daz. Yeah, well, because the fat, and when you say fat, people go, oh, like, like oils. Oil is maybe a type of fat, but it's not really fat. Oh, the only fat that is real fat is animal fat. Animal fat. I'm having beef for Christmas. Beef is best. Vatanai says, yes, beef is best. Beef is best. I'm talking of Discord, not your stream, by the way. Says MC Scott. Okay. Yule is better than nothing. It is better than nothing, but Yule it's got a name like you're throwing up. Yule. It's like a fake food that people used to have. The object is eat whole foods. Eat eggs. Like what I had for breakfast. I had sausages and eggs with Parmesan cheese. And then I had a little bit of the macaroni and cheese that my son made. I apologize. I'm a liar. I had macaroni and cheese. I had 62 grams. I measured it myself. If you only eat beef, Maltese Phil, you're only responsible for one animal death a year. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Maybe one animal death a year. But if you eat, I'm with you, Maltese Phil. But if you eat grains, you're basically preventing animals from walking in the country. The massive amount of pesticides. I'm with you, Maltese Phil. I eat 2 cows a year. We haven't talked about the Renaissance stream. Did you listen to it? Did anybody listen to Resonance stream? Not Renaissance stream, Resonance stream. Did you listen to it? It was me talking about stuff. I didn't want to talk about it. I'm not sure, but I doubt the 50-50 mix is veg seed fat. It's not really fat, Daz. It's probably animal fat, yes. But I was a bit surprised that it's actually 50-50 is the most addictive, which is interesting because my diet is 50% protein, 50% fat by calories. No, not by calories, by weight. By weight. I think that's what it is, by weight. You listened, okay, and Joe listened. Yeah, 50-50, but it's also very hard to no, sorry. It's really hard to digest. The problem is your body will digest the fat first and the sugar just floats around your body. So that's called Randall's something. Lewis, stop. If you can't eat, you need something. Yule is protein. I realize you can't comprehend this because you're addicted to food, but not everyone is. Okay, you're right. Sorry, Joodles. Sorry, girl from Mars. Sorry, girl from Mars. But maybe I think because you're not a big eater, you should try to eat the best food possible. The best food possible. And don't, I don't know. It's Yule is protein. Well, what is Yule made of? What are the ingredients in Yule? Let's go over to here and let's find out. We'll find out what it is. What is Yule made of? How about that? Yule is pea and brown rice. Pea protein, rice protein, carbohydrates from oats And healthy fats like flax seeds toxic and sunflower oil toxic. They also include a mix. So it isn't made. It isn't made from. I thought it was made from. Whatchamacallit? From. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, no, that's not healthy. I'm against eating that. I'm against eating that. Oats. It's got oats in it. Oats are toxic. Tapioca. I mean, really, say no. No, no, no. The fat. The fat. It's not fats. It's not fats. It's it's not. It's high in protein, amino acid. They put is high in fiber. You don't need to eat fiber, vitamins. Where is carbohydrates? I'm against it. I'm against it. What do you think about that? Okay. I also find it hard to understand not wanting to eat. Yes, as I do too. But I can understand that you get it in your head. You get it in your head. You don't need to. You don't want to. You don't want to gain weight. You want to be sexy for Lewis. I want to be sexy for Lewis. I want to be sexy for Lewis. Yule sounds like poop. I looked it up too. Yes, Yule has maltodextrin, which is a sugar, which is the most finest sugar. What does that mean, finest? It's like pre-digested sugar. How can it be pre-digested? Sugar is as simple as you can get. Plain sugar. It's got oat flour, tapioca, flaxseed, cornstarch. So I thought it had whey. Maybe if it had whey protein, Joodles, then that would be something. It's got porridge. You must like porridge on a freezing. I like porridge, but it's not good for you, and it has to be. You know what? You know what they do? They soak it for a week. Those Scottish people. They know it's. You should. I. One of the things that I used to do was eat it raw. I used to put it on yogurt, and I used to put sugar on it, and I used to eat that, or even like maple syrup. I used to put sugar on it. Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you. Don't eat oats. Oats. I know they say oats is bad because it's got fiber. They're lying to you. They're lying. That's all. Sorry about that. Sorry. Pea protein. It's a lie. I had porridge made using water and salt just for the sake of it yesterday. Yeah, why not? Because it's got enough sugar in it too. It's got oats is sweet automatically. I know you don't think it's sweet because it doesn't have white sugar, a teaspoon of white sugar. But it doesn't. I had porridge made. Okay? That's what you had, MC Scott. MC Scott. So that test went well. I don't mind porridge with water right now. Well, I would say no. I'd say, well, you should cook it with water, or I put milk in it, but it's still not good for you. Am I wrong for saying that? Am I wrong for saying that? I used to bake bread, says Maltese Phil, and I used about 100 grams of oats per loaf. It was the best bread ever. Yes, well, bread is amazing because it's made of crushed grains, cooked crushed grains. If it's warm, it's slightly better, but it's still not good for you, Maltese Phil. Stick with a little bit is not going to kill you, but in the olden days, people would make porridge, pour it in a drawer, and wait until it cooled, cut it up, and ate it. In a drawer. What do you mean by a drawer? Like a cabinet drawer? Well done. Great addition to bread. Yeah, but it's not good for you. I don't know. Do you think it is good for you? Show me where it says it's good for you. I see it all the time because it's got fiber. I don't believe in fiber. Porridge is better for us than most packed cereals because it's got fewer ingredients, but it's still the same garbage stuff. It's not quite as cooked, but it has to be cooked and heated for a long period of time, if not overnight, maybe overnight. That's how the Scottish people would eat it, overnight. We're not horses. We're not grain and plant eaters. We are humans. We can in an emergency. But if you want to fart, every person here who says they eat oats is a farter. You are a farter. Apologize for farting. Oats were defined as foods. Were defined as food for horses or Scotsmen. But in Samuel Johnson, yes, they were. Those are the people who ate it. But we've been convinced it's good for us down here, not because it's good for us, but because it's cheap food. So they don't have to feed us meat because they don't want us to eat meat, while the rich people would eat meat. Yes, in a drawer, a dresser. Cut a slice, take it to work, says Vatnai. I didn't know this. Yeah, well, you could see it. I used to eat that stuff all the time. Cold oats, that have congealed. Amazing. Amazing. Are we human or are we horses? Is that a killer song? I'm not going to play the song. I can't play the song. I'm going to get yelled at. Oat cakes are okay. No, actually, those little dry oat cakes that you think are food, but what they do is they make you hungrier and hungrier because sugar increases your hunger level. Is that what you're saying, John Miller? Oat cakes. I mean, I eat all of this stuff, but it is not great for you. And after a while, it'll give you diabetes and kill you. I believe that. Staffordshire oatcakes. What is a Staffordshire oatcake? I'm going to have to look that up, Carrie B. Staffordshire oat. Oh, there's an actual thing. Is an oatcake. Let's see what it looks like. Window. Can you see it here, everybody? Images. Oh, it's like bread. It's like a wrap. Oh, it looks really good. It looks really good. Oh my God, it looks really good. Look at that with cheese. Yeah, it's like a wrap. I mean, it looks good. It's going to be delicious. If you're up there in Staffordshire, whatever town is in Staffordshire, Stafford, or what are the other towns in Stafford? What are the towns in Stafford? Okay. I would say eat those. I would eat those. Who was eating a Staffordshire oatcake? I never even heard of them. Towns in Staffordshire by population. Okay, let's see what it says. Let's see what the towns. List Stoke-on-Trent, 240,000. 249. Tamworth, they got the pigs in Tamworth. That's not even, Litchfield is not even in Oh my God, look at how big Staffordshire is. I bet the Litchford is nice. I've been there. Stafford, Stoke-on-Trent, Newcastle, Kidsgrove, Rugeley, Billbrook. I've never even heard of these places. Burton-on-Trent. Yes, Burton-on-Trent. I didn't realize that was there. Okay, we're doing really, really well. Yes, in a draw. Okay. I thought oats helps with cholesterol. First of all, you don't have to worry about cholesterol. Cholesterol is a non-worrying factor. The body creates its own cholesterol. You have to worry about what you eat. If you eat, first of all, eating sugar in oats raises your cholesterol. You want to lower, or does it lower your cholesterol? Does it lower your cholesterol carbs? It lowers your cholesterol, but it raises your blood sugar, which is more dangerous. Don't worry about cholesterol. I've been given medication for cholesterol, and I'm not taking it. I do not take my medication for cholesterol. Okay? Like big pancakes, my son loves them. They're like, pancakes are amazing. Whatever you make pancakes at, rice pancakes are amazing. All kinds of pancakes are good. I never had a bad pancake. Oh, yuck. They're all good, and you put stuff in the middle. Who doesn't love I love pancakes with ducks, whatever those things are called. The Chinese people ate. Finest carb again, to mean the most processed. Exactly. What does it mean whether it's processed or not? It's still a carb. You have, you've got. I can't explain it one more time. You have any bit of carbs, whether it's bread, potatoes, rice, cake, it goes in the mouth. Almost automatically, it turns into a simple sugar, like a white teaspoon of sugar. It's all the same. It's all the same. You don't say, "Oh, I'm not going to eat it because it's too processed. I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to eat it because it's white sugar. I'm not going to eat it because it's fruit. It's all sugar. It's all sugar. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would like to try barley bread. For hundreds of years, says Vatanai, before wheat was common, the medieval peasant got most of their calories from barley bread, from a natural yeast starter, barley ale, no hops. Sounds delicious, but is it good for you? No, it is not good for you. It is not good for you. Cake and bread, all bad. Still a Midlands girl. Live both in Stafford and Lichfield. Yeah, Lichfield is great. I would think of Lichfield as not so much Stafford, but more like Birmingham. I would say that. There's a saying, did you get your oats, or go out and sow some wild oats? It's all about the oats, man, says John Miller. Lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. You want to be rock hard? Meat. Lewis Schaffer. Meat. And if there's any women out there who want to question me with my Lewis Schaffer, it's meat. I disagree with you, John Miller. Disagree with you. I don't drink Yule, but I drink stuff like this a lot, says Daz. Okay. It makes a difference if it's processed or not. It'll be high GI. That's also a lie, high GI, because that's for glucose. But fructose is more dangerous than glucose, and it's a sugar. It's all the different kinds of sugars, Daz. Google that. It gets into your blood quicker. Yeah, but the fructose gets into your liver, and it creates uric acid, and it gives you out, and gives you it gives you arthritis. It's all bad for you. It's all bad. I believe this thing. We could take a vote. Have I convinced anybody? Probably not. But you could say, you know what? We don't believe you, Lewis. We don't believe you. My auntie used to say, a moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips. That, I would say, that's almost true. It's really hard to lose weight. That's why when I was on a film and I was eating this stuff and I gained a kilo and I'm thinking, I've got to now lose this thing again, every single day. I'm worried about losing weight every single day. I'd like to be so thin that I'm not worried about it. But you can't be. You've got to actually be worried about it. You can't go a day or 2 days. You can't say, it's Christmas, I'll gain 5 kilograms. No, because it's so hard to lose the weight. It's so hard to lose. So please don't be fat. Be beautiful and sexy for me. You think I'm kidding you. That I love you if you're thin. I love you if you make it, because it means you love me. I need to be loved. And I'm talking about male or female. It's like having a shot of vodka with Coke or neat. It makes a difference. What does that mean? What do you mean by having a shot? I'm not from this country and I don't drink. Neat means just a plain shot of whatever it is. Vatanai, when I'm in town, I'm sorry, I'll go easy. When I'm in town, I see kids with energy drinks all the time. No wonder so many of them are fat. They probably have rubbish food at home and at school. Breakfast clubs give toast and cereal. Yes, you're right, Vatanai. We're on the same page, Vatanai and I. Yeah. What people are eating is death food. It's like at the movie set. I'm mentioning the movie set a lot. Not bragging, but whatever. What people are eating is shocking. The bread, the toast, the croissant, the cereals. People will take a bowl of cereal for breakfast. It doesn't have enough protein in it anyway. I mean, you put a bit of milk in it. They put low fat milk. It doesn't have enough fat in it, and that's right. And people are really unhealthy. They're unhealthy. We've got to learn to be healthy. Okay, so have we run this into the ground? I'm not sure we have. I'm not sure we have. I want to just say this, that and I mentioned this before. That you remember I played Temptation yesterday a little bit. Temptation, whatever that song is by New Order. And I got a letter today saying we've blocked your account because of that. So in certain countries, that is blocked. So there are people out there who can't see the stream. I don't remember whether it was the late stream or the early stream. And I thought we just played it for a second. I just played Temptation. I don't think there was more than 10 seconds of it. What about a full English breakfast? Is that like a horror movie to you, John Miller? No, but I don't have the beans, and I try not to have the bread, and yeah. I mean, it's cooked. It's a horror because it's cooked. But I have the eggs. I try to replace the bacon with eggs and maybe some of the sausage with eggs. I try just to have eggs. And I do eat the mushrooms, but maybe the mushrooms aren't the best thing for you. Let's see. Okay. So John Miller, yeah, is it a horror to you? Would you say a full English breakfast is a horror to you, John Miller? And now in the supermarket, there are carbon warnings on the products. Team World are trying to manipulate your shopping away from meat. Not even manipulate, it's deliberate. Manipulate sounds like they're evil. Team World is evil. The globalists are evil. The left are evil. The vegans are evil. They're evil. They don't mean to be evil, but they're evil. Plenty of meat in a full English, yeah. Ignoring all the preservatives, yeah. But even the preservatives are not that bad. People have been eating nitrates and nitrites for like hundreds and hundreds of years, thousands of years. So I'm not sure if it's that bad, but it does make you hungrier. That's why sausages taste better, Daz. So you're right about that. Daz is talking about the meat. So I eat the meat. I had 2 sausages today. The bratwurst. I fried them, the bratwurst. Robert De Niro, who they say I look like, gained a lot of weight from Raging Blue and turned into a massive liberal. You're making a joke, Alan Williams, but that's true. That's true. Carbs make you mental, and leftism, globalism is mental. And a lot of places you go to where you order. If I go to a cafe and I order the toast, and they put a spread on it, and the spread is probably partially hydrogenated seed oil. Daz says lick the butter off the toast. Well, you know what I do? I sometimes just eat the butter. And there's lots of people who just eat the butter, and it's healthy. There's that Chinese woman. What is it called? Butter and beef and butter girl or something. Do you know that pretty Chinese, Japanese, American woman? And she just eats like tons and tons of butter. And that's maybe how I should eat it. So that's news. That's the news. February 10th, get your tickets to see me. I've just got an email that said I am going to be doing February 10th. February 10th at Comedy Unleashed, which is at the Backyard Comedy Club. Get your tickets. I think tickets are £16. I'm sorry. That's not that much money. £16. That's not that much. Go and we'll meet each other. We'll meet up there and you'll talk to Lewis. I listen to you all the time. I'm John Miller. I'm Vatanai. I see you. I'm Daz. I'm Joke. I'm Joe. You know what I mean? This is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. Did you see that Joel Dommett was criticized for saying the words I don't want to say what I say. Perfect gift for Valentine's Day. Yes, it would be good. It would be good to go see Lewis Schaffer. I guarantee you, people see me. If you bring a girl, there will be love. And if you bring a guy, there will be love. Because if both of you love Lewis Schaffer, you're meant to be with each other. But let's say she doesn't like Lewis Schaffer, but you do. You think to yourself, I'm not going to go with a girl who doesn't like Lewis Schaffer. How could I do that? Have you ever seen the breakfast scene in Still Game? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Let's see what that is. Let's see what the breakfast scene in Still Game is. Still Game. Breakfast. It's breakfast scene. Okay, look at this thing. Oh my. Oh my, look at this. This is when Britain used to be Britain. Maybe it was filmed now. What are they saying? What are they saying? Look at how fat these people are. She's fat. She's fat. He's a bit fat and he's fat. These people are fat. They're fat. Don't be fat. Look at him. Oh, it's Scotland. They're up in Scotland. Nothing to do but eat in Scotland. Nothing to eat but Scotland. Are we going to... They're not showing the food. What are the words? What are the lyrics to this? What are the lyrics here? Hold on a second. Hold on. Everybody, can we? We've been on for an hour. Can we like the stream? Oh, we got 18 people liking it. Can we like the stream, everybody? Can we? We've been on for an hour. Let's like the stream. Liking it. Can we like the stream, everybody? Can we? We've been on for an hour. Let's like the stream. What happened? There we go. There we go. Look at this. We're booming. We're booming. We're booming. Okay, don't give me a second here while I just do a little paperwork. Paperwork. Okay. We're doing very well today. I don't know if we're doing very well today. See, now I gotta put it back on live chat. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's work. I love that song. Let's work. Let's work. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. So what did Robert De Niro eat to gain weight? Have you ever seen it? I haven't seen it. What about the breakfast scene? It doesn't say. Cars make you mental, turn you lefty, make you into a climate activist, and make you watch the BBC. Vatna, you're 100% right. It makes you that way. It does. They want you to be crazy. Google mental illness and carbs. It makes you mentally ill. You can show the subtitles. Okay, let's go back there then. Let's go back. Sorry. Okay, we'll go back. We'll go back. We'll go back. Where are the subtitles? There, maybe this is it. Well, what are they saying in this? Anybody know what they're saying? The whole world roll. Secret, 52 whole seconds. Cheddar. We slice a tomato. Can I get that to go? We've got a wheelbarrow in the back. Still game. Okay, that's not it. That's not it. I never even heard of this series. It's Scotland. They're pretending to be an independent country by producing their own TV programs. Lewis in February 10th is going to be at Comedy Unleashed at the Backyard Comedy Club. You could Google it. You can find it. If you can't find it, then maybe you won't be able to find it there. If you can't find it online, you won't be able to find it in person. What is Judel saying? So I looked at the subtitles. Okay. The one with just Jack and Victor cooking the breakfast. Yes, I bet there are others we could mention. Others what? London. So we're gonna start doing more and more comedy because this thing, because we've done this for 172 shows, and I think we've gotten good at it. I think you guys are good at it. There you go. Thank you, Chedster. The Backyard Comedy Club, 231 Cambridge Heath Road. Google Lewis Schaffer, Backyard Comedy Club, Comedy Unleashed. Comedy Unleashed. Comedy Unleashed. Tickets, February 10th. We've got to learn how to do this stuff. We can't. It's a brilliant series. Might even be the best that's ever come out of Scotland. I've never even heard of it. So I'm going to write it down. And never look at it again. What is it called? What? Still Game. It's called Still Game. Still Game. It's about old Scottish people in a country that's being taken over by young foreigners. Okay. However, eating too much meat makes you believe in silly high salaries for football. Very funny, Vatanai. I don't want the government saying to me, "Oh, you're making too much money. You shouldn't be on TV," when I've got other opportunities. It's like the BBC, and they're paying, what's his name, £1.4 million to be on the TV. What's his name? Gary Lineker. They're paying him 1.4, and that's like, and the government, people are going, that's way too much money. In America, they got people being paid 20, 30, 50 million dollars to be on TV. Mr. Cuff says that's a brilliant thing. A brilliant Scotty TV show. It sounds like a brilliant show. Spread it. I married a Scottish woman. My kids are basically Scottish. They're half Scottish. They were raised with a Scottish woman. Every time I speak and I say something like I hate Scotland or I hate Scottish people or whatever, they think they're an independent country. Someone's going to quote me and saying, "You hate Scottish people." It's like, how do you defend yourself against evil trolls saying stuff? It's like saying, "You hate disabled people. You want them shot and starved." How do you defend yourself on that? I Googled this yesterday. I did a Grok search for could you please describe Lewis Schaffer? It said that he hates disabled people. It's like, oh my God. How do you defend yourself? I do not hate disabled people. I hate people who call themselves disabled, who think they're disabled. Okay? Who think they're disabled. If you don't think you're disabled, I like you. You can have no legs and not be disabled. Absolutely. Was it the regional accent makes these things funnier? I guess so, yeah. You mean a Scottish accent? I guess it does. Well, that's what English people are. Absolutely. Was a different absolutely. What does that mean? Was a different show? What are you talking about? Absolutely was a different comedy show. What is absolutely? I never even heard of that show. It'd be nice to come down. It'd be a good reason to get out of the house. You come into London And then maybe if we're done early, you can take a train home. It could be expensive. It could be expensive. Or you could drive, or you could, you could rent a hotel room and stay together. Maybe by February there won't be all those mass horrible immigrants coming to this country, and there'll be whatchamacallit. There'll be rooms in the hotels. There'll be rooms in the hotels. Who is Lynn Pinches? Is that the name? Lynn Pinches. Joodles. Who is that? Late 80s or early 90s? I think absolutely. Do you mean Absolutely Fabulous? Is that the name of the show? Absolutely? Or was it before Absolutely Fabulous? I think we need to remember that carbs make you crazy. They make you unhappy and depressed. And I was really depressed last week. And I woke up this morning, barely woke up, and I was depressed. I was like feeling depressed. And I shouldn't feel depressed. I got to get moving. Let's work. I'm thinking of that song. Let me see if I can play that song. Do you know this it's not even Rolling Stones, it's a Mick Jagger song. I feel bad for him because he went on his own too late. Um, I'm going to play the song in my ear. It did 4 hours and 54 minutes. It was very visually interesting for the time. AbFab. Was it AbFab? It was called Absolutely. Really good. Okay, I'll write that down too. Absolutely. 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 Yes, we know that. We know that. Yes, it was. It was based on, yes. I'm not going to mention his name. Absolutely was in 1989 to 1993. Absolutely. When was Absolutely Fabulous on? Let's see when Absolutely Fabulous was on. What year was this on? What year did they do this? It premiered in 1992. And then it was Bob Dylan's song. Camera, video. It doesn't say. The original release was 1992, 1994, and then 2001 and 2011. I mean, it wasn't enough. 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 Look at this. Oh, look at her. Look at her. She's gotten a bit big. Suwahala. Her father is a Jordanian. Okay, from the Palestinian country of Jordan. Very interesting. And the mother not listed. There's an uncle and a sister. She was great. Safi was great. It was a great program. It was a really great program, I think. A really great program. Now I've lost my train of thought. Let's get back on track. I'm staring at the screen. Okay, let's get back. What were we discussing? Let's eliminate the top chat. Everybody, can we press the like? We got 30 people watching. Perhaps press the like button. The thumbs up. I'm making symbol, whatever it is. The thumbs up. The subscribe button. Maybe send a buy Lewis Schaffer a cup of coffee this month. Maybe go to patreon.com/Lewis Schaffer. Maybe go to PayPal. Maybe go to Twitter. Make sure you're on Twitter. How about that? We can do that. Let's do all of this. Let's do all of this. Let's go there. Let's go off here. Let's go back to here. Okay. Absolutely was great. Jack Doherty, Morwena Banks, Peter Blake was a thing called Absolutely. Rabsy Nesbitt was also great. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, there's supposedly some really great programs back in the day. Back in the day. So it was made before the 90s. It was the late 80s. So absolutely fabulous. So maybe they wanted to call it Absolutely, but absolutely fabulous. And there is what's this song? Let me just see if I can play it. Is anything I can play it? It's a single from the album Rock and Roll. It's not listed here. I'm gonna listen to this myself. Ain't gonna sigh for you, Janet. I'd love to see you. Let's spend a couple of months. Hey, listen. Just because I focus on everyone being thin, you don't have to be thin. You don't have to be thin. You don't have to be thin. But let the thought percolate in your mind how beautiful it is to be thin. Look at how thin I am. Beautifully thin. Not as thin as I was a week ago, but still thin. Still thin. It takes every single day. The price of freedom is eternal vigilance. And so that's what I'm saying. So we're all going to make it there. Who else is going to who else is going to come to see Lewis Schaffer? No excuses. Who's going to try? And you'll come up to me and you say, "Hey, this is Joe. This is Janet. I'm Alan Williams. I'm John Miller. I will listen to your podcast." And I'd go, "Get away from me. What are you, some kind of crazy?" No. I'd be so happy to see you. I go, this guy listened to my podcast. I'm not alone in the world. What's that song? I'm not alone. I'm not, that's another song. I'm not alone in the world. I'm not, there's that song. What is that song? I'm not alone. MC Scott is budgeted for. I don't know how much it's going to cost. £16 to get in. Maybe it'll cost you £50 to get there. Maybe it'll cost you £100 to get there. But it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate. I appreciate that that someone has asked me to perform. That it means I might be able to come back as a performer. To be a performer, I'd like to be able to come back as a performer. And and this, because even if you don't agree with what I'm saying, I still believe I'm spreading the truth. Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? That we maybe didn't talk about yesterday because we just spoke about AbFab was very big in America, Kermit. Very big. It was very big among the metropolitan elites like us in New York City, which I used to be, a left-wing metropolitan elite. But I'm not that way anymore. Okay, thank you, MC Scott. Janet's going to make it February 10th. Anybody else? Who's going to come and see me? And the question number 2 is, what else do we have to discuss? Which we didn't discuss yesterday because we had the because we were talking about something else. What else? Absolutely fabulous. Yeah. Absolutely fabulous. I mean, to me, it was a real education in what British comedy was like because there was no really likable person. Because even the daughter, who should have been likable, Staffy, she should have been likable, but she came across as really whiny and negative. She could have been likable. She just says, "Mom, Mom, I love you, Mom." Right? But the main characters, one was they were alcoholics, whatever. That doesn't make me you're not likable. Moe's okay. So, I mean, really, I mean that's the point I am making. The point I am making is this: is and what's her name was unlikable. They were just so unlikable, basically. Basically, really, really unlikable. And American programs always has somebody likable. Basically, they try to be all likable. There's only even the bad ones were nobody hated anybody on TV. There's different kinds. But in Britain, they're all unlikable. Am I right about this thing? So that's a good point. That's the only point I want to make about AbFab, and that they didn't produce enough episodes. Joanna Lumley is pasty is still my role model. Yes, but she was drinking and whatever she was and slutty, and they were all that way. They were all that way. And wasn't the AbFab who's the woman? Wasn't she a single mother? I know we believe in single mothers, but it's not good. It's not good, single motherhood. Sorry. Sorry. I know so many of you women are single mothers, but and you're going to blame your husband for it, but it's not good. It's not good. Maybe it is what it is. So we're going to say goodbye to everybody. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Any ideas for a prayer? Or maybe we won't do a prayer. Maybe we should only do a prayer when we've discussed things that are worthy of a prayer. Petrol, parking, hotel, and ticket is about £200. £200. £200. Oh my God. Well, okay, really? Oh my God, that's so much money. You know what? If you don't have to see. She had two or three husbands, ex-husbands. Yeah, she did get married. I guess she did. I'll never stay in a hotel where the illegals have stayed, Janet. Yeah, yeah. I could see that. Yeah, it's a bit scary, really. And they're not going to give you any diseases because I don't believe in that kind of disease. But it's still, I mean, they know the rooms there. We are back later. We'll be back at 10:30. Daz, thank you for coming in. Thank you for everybody. We're not going to say a prayer. Please make the prayer a regular feature of the show, Lewis. The prayers are always amazing. Can't we all DOS at mine? If you don't mind, Joe, if you don't mind that Joodles and Claire and Lucy and everyone else are going to stay at mine. And Marianne is going to fly in, and Carrie B is going to stay at mine. If you don't mind, Joe, if you don't mind. And we'll have to hide you from my kids. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, well, I'd like to make it. So I'll say a prayer. I'll say a quick prayer. I'll say a quick prayer. Dear Lord, we haven't talked about it very much, but the country is still in danger. The country is being invaded. The country is at war. And we, the people that love you, the people that you created, on the country that you created, on the planet that you created, in the universe that you created, we need you. We need you. I will have to renew my passport too. Let me renew my passport. Passport. Yes, I need to renew it. Okay. Says Marianne. Yes. And there will be ants. You want to? I'll show you the ants. I mean, there aren't that many ants because we try to keep the place clean. There's no ants in the bedroom, really, not that much. And in the bed, not that much, but We've got 3 months, Marianne. It might be a bit more than 200 for you. Yes, it could be something. So, dear Lord, we pray to you that you give us the strength to fight for the country, the planet, the universe that you created. Dear Lord. Amen. Okay. So thank you, Joodles and Marianne and MC Scott for coming in. We've had a tremendous show. We've had over 30 the entire show. It's amazing how many people stay throughout the entire show, because some that show may go down, it may come up, you may come back, whatever. But it's Don Aylesbury was here. Girl from Mars, she's going to come and visit me. Vatanai, I hope. Claire, yes, please come. Mr. Steve McCuff. Yes, Daz, Rod, Maltese Phil. Is Daz a girl? I forget if Daz is a girl. Even if you're not a girl, you can come and visit me. Maltese Phil. Vatanai. Thank you for coming. We'll see you at 10:30 tonight. I think that's what we're going to do at 10:30 tonight. Joe, we'll see you later. Baff 0569. America. What does America mean? Okay. John Miller. We had a nice chat. We spoke about food. What did we speak about? We spoke about food. We spoke about food, basically. Daz, we spoke about that. Let's get back on track. What are we doing? There you go. So Daz is there, and we've had it's been very good. Carrie B. If I've not met Jedster, I've Gnome Hunter. I've forgotten people's names from men. Not forgotten you, but Darklands. If I've not mentioned John Miller, God bless you. Warmelian, if I've not mentioned you a name, just say, hey, what about me? Aren't I chopped liver? Joodles, of course I mentioned you, but just come in there, Janet. Come in and say, what about me? Am I chopped liver? I didn't hear my name mentioned. Lucy, I love you, Lucy. I love Lucy. DOS for a toss. Yeah, a DOS for a toss, Daz says. Yeah, so there you go. Daz is not a girl. Well, to me, you're a girl. Okay, you're not a girl. I'll still do you anyway, Daz. Girls, Daz is not a girl. So if you want to, how old are you and are you fat again? I forget if you're fat. Marianne, I'm going to do my passport. I've got the file right here for my passport. Where's my file? It says my passport thing. I think it's over there. I've got to send it in. I've got to make an appointment to get it renewed. The train is 60 pounds. 60 pounds. So the same as petrol, really. Maybe you can pick somebody up along the way, Joodles. Maybe you can. Maybe you can pick somebody up. You won't need a passport to get to the backyard, Lewis. No, I don't think I will, but I need a passport just in case. Just in case I want to visit Marianne in Peekskill, New York, on my way up to Bard College in Annandale and Hudson, which is north of Poughkeepsie, about 20 or 30 miles north of Poughkeepsie. Some really incredible memories of the place. Just unbelievable. And we're making memories here. We're making memories. Today is the 172nd day. And then tonight at 10:30 is the 42nd day. Is it the 42nd day? I think it's the 42nd day. Or maybe the 41st day. I think the 42nd day of as Lucy named it, Fridgeside Theater. Maybe that's what they call it. Fridgeside Theater. Fridgeside Chat. How about that? Basically. All right, we're going to say goodbye. Everybody say goodbye. I'm going to keep the stream on for an extra 2 minutes for you to write. What about me? You forgot about me. Where did you go, Lewis? great, or maybe you want to write great show, or let's not talk, whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say. I'm going to see you. I'm going to see you later. I'm going to see you later, everybody. Trucker from Reno comes late.